Hello everyone and welcome to the Forest. In this video I will be asking the question, do effigies actually work in Sons of the Forest against enemies on the island? Effigies were added by N-Night in patch 06 and the ability to customize by players was included. Now you may be asking yourself, what is this nonsense? Well, an effigy is defined as a bizarre construction made of sticks, rocks, and body parts and is meant to scare enemies away. So, once patch 06 dropped, I hopped in a new hardcore survival server and started building a stone fort, both of these also just being added in the patch 06. And the area I chose happened to be inhabited by a group of muddy males and females, constantly lurking in the shadows and employing devastating attack strategies consisting of pelting players with small rocks. So in an effort to defend my new fort, I thought, let's customize some effigies, and not knowing exactly what build strategy would work, I simply placed some heads on sticks and posted them up around the corners of the base. And as one can see, this did not deter my would-be assassins. So, before making my new build unsightly and wasting time constructing a potential defense, I decided to test the new game mechanic out in a controlled environment and see how effective these effigies actually were. And much to the delight of all seagulls who ever existed, I chose the beach. Now, at first, I created a circle around me, then started grouping more and more around me until I ended up with this insanely morbid scene only Vlad the Impaler could appreciate. So, let's break down the effect on different enemies and see how they react. Up first are cave-dwelling ninjas of the forest, the muddy people. Effigies are most effective against this group. When in the middle of these defenses, this enemy will not even enter. And if you choose to torture these poor souls and spawn them amongst the piked heads, they run for safety at first chance. Up next, the cannibals. This group is less affected by effigies. Members will approach, sometimes being scared away. However, some will investigate further before fear getting the better of them, and even a select few will target on a player and deliver a few attacks before getting scared and running for the hills. Now let's look at the Titans with their mighty red bellies of destruction. These sackers of cities are notorious for their attacks on base walls. However, when these enemies approach a field of effigies, they will momentarily attack before turning scaredy cat and running away. Lastly, for the cannibal hierarchy, the heavies, aka the faceless, aka the golden mask. These combatants will rush in like berserkers and attack ferociously, and in all actuality are probably the second worst foe to encounter in a field of piked heads. They navigate the labyrinth with the ease of a Thompson's gazelle and land Spartan kicks without effort on would-be players. However, fear will get the better of them eventually, and they also, like their cannibal brethren, will run for those hills. Now quickly for the creeps, mutants, and demons. While I did not test all of these would-be enemies, one could lump them in one big group of not being affected by effigies. I tested the John 2, aka the worm, aka the caterpillar, and these did what one would expect, locking on the structure while patty caking the defense, and if the player gets too close, attacking them. Up next, the fingers. Gets an honorable mention for being the funniest enemy to navigate the web of effigies. I simply love the bunny hop. Now we have the demons. I will admit, they definitely get slowed down and are easily kept at a distance, so one could probably pull out that crucifix and burn them endlessly. Lastly, we have the mutant babies, and yes, true to form, they are the worst. Not only do these evil infants possess no fear, they are virtually impossible to detect amongst the maze of effigies. So let us make some effigies. So the way that I did mine on the beach was I just did a basic stick and put a head right on top. Of course, put some rocks around the base of the stick to make it more stable. But really, creativity is rewarded. The sky is the limit. As you can see, you can place multiple sticks at any angle. You can stack them on top of one another and just keep going as long as you want. Make sure to put the rocks though around the base. That'll make it a little bit harder to knock down. And then you can pull out your arms, legs, and heads and angle them however you want to do. So, that's it for this video. Be sure to like and sub. As always, thank you for watching, and hope to catch you in the next video.